Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Snowbeck. Today we are going to review 6.3 to 6.6 and get ready for a quiz. So will you please pause the video at the beginning of each question, try them, and then unpause the video. So go ahead and try number 1. Okay, for sine of A, remember you go to angle A, and sine is going to be opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is going to be the 18. Hypotenuse is going to be the 30. So 18 over 30 is the trig ratio. Okay, so next, cosine B. So now I'm just going to erase this and I'm going to go to angle B. So we're down here. Cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. If you want to think about SOHCAHTOA, that's how I remember adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent is 18, hypotenuse is 30. It's the same answer as sine A. Tangent of B. Remember, tangent is opposite over adjacent. Opposite over adjacent. So opposite of B is 24. Adjacent to B is 18, so 24 over 18. Please pause the video, try number 2. So you're going to use SOHCAHTOA again, and you're thinking about your angle. That's not 90, so it's the 25. The 10 is the hypotenuse. It's the longest side across from the 90. The x is opposite. O and H are part of SO. S stands for sine. So sine of 25 equals x over 10. Multiply by whatever's on the bottom. In this case, you're going to have 10 sine 25. And when I type that in my calculator, I get x equals 4.2, I'll say 4.23, because it's 4.226. And that would be meters. Please pause the video, try number 3. So I'm going to use SOHCAHTOA again, and I think the x is adjacent and the 6 is hypotenuse. So adjacent and hypotenuse go with CA. The C stands for cosine. So cosine of 45 equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Multiply by 6, and then you're going to have to type in 6 cosine 45. And x is 4.24 inches. Please pause the video, try number 4. Again, you're going to use SOHCAHTOA. Here's your angle. X is the hypotenuse, it's across from the 90, and 3 is opposite. So you have O and H. Goes with SO, S stands for sine, so sine of 20 equals 3 over x. Now this one, x is on the bottom, so you're going to multiply both sides by x this time. And then you're going to have x sine 20 equals 3. Well, it's x times sine 20, so to get that away from there, you're going to have to divide. The opposite of times is divide. So we wind up with x equals 3 divided by sine 20. And then you can type that in your calculator. And I got 8.77, and there's no label, so we'll just leave it at 8.77. Please pause the video, try number 5. So from your 71, x is the hypotenuse, 4 is adjacent. Think about SOHCAHTOA. And then you have to decide which one to pick. So we have the A and the H. The A and the H go with CA, and the C stands for cosine. So you're going to go cosine 71 equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Now remember, whatever's on the bottom of the fraction, you multiply by that. So you're going to have x cosine 71 equals 4, but you want to get x by itself. So it's x times cosine 71. So to undo that, you divide by cosine 71. And then these will cancel out, and you'll have x equals 4 divided by cosine 71, which you're going to have to type in your calculator. And when I typed it in, I got 12.29. And there's no label, so 12.29. Please pause the video, try number 6. So here's your angle. 4 is adjacent, 9 is hypotenuse. Think about SOHCAHTOA. Now you're going to need the one with A and H. It's going to be cosine. Uh-oh, we don't know the angle. So you're going to just plug in the x, and then it's adjacent over hypotenuse. Now remember, you have to get x by itself, so to get x by itself, you have to get rid of the word cosine, and to get rid of the cosine, you do inverse cosine. Cosine and inverse cosine cancel out. So you're going to have x equals inverse cosine of 4 divided by 9. And then you're going to have to type this in your calculator. Now remember, to type this in, you hit second cosine 4 divided by 9. And when I did this, I got 63.61 degrees. I add that degrees on there because it's the size of an angle. Please pause the video and try number 7. So we have a tree, so you're going to draw a tree. The tree casts a shadow. The shadow will be on the ground. So the tree itself is 10 feet tall, and the shadow is 3.5 feet long. And it says find the angle of elevation to the sun. Well, the sun would be up here. So the angle of elevation is going to go from the tip of the shadow up to the sun. So we want to find that. Okay, so think about this red triangle I'm drawing right here. 10 is opposite of the angle we're looking for. 3.5 is adjacent. Think about SOHCAHTOA, and you have to pick the one with the O and the A. O and A go with TOA. T stands for tangent, so tangent x equals, now it's opposite on the top, adjacent on the bottom. So 10 over 3.5. Remember, to get rid of the word tangent, you're going to have to do inverse tangent. Whatever you do on one side of your equation, do on the other. These will cancel out. And so you'll have x equals inverse tangent of 10 divided by 3.5. Now I'm going to have to type that in, so I'm going to have to type in second tangent, 10 divided by 3.5, and my answer is 70.71, and it's going to be degrees. Remember, your calculator has to be in the degree mode. If you're getting all of these answers wrong, but you feel like you're typing things in the correct way, perhaps your mode is not right. Remember, get your mode in your calculator in degrees. Last question. Please pause the video and try number 8. An angle leaves the runway at an angle of 12 degrees with the ground. So here is our airplane. It's up in the sky, and it left at a 12-degree angle. As the plane continues to rise, its altitude reaches 2 miles. So it is 2 miles above the ground. What is the ground distance it covered in that time? So we want to know from here when it took off to here when it reached 2 miles in altitude, what was x? What was that ground distance covered? Think about what sides you're working with. 2 is opposite, x is adjacent. Think about SOHCAHTOA. And you're going to pick the one with the A and the O. A and the O go with TOA. T stands for tangent. So tangent, think about what comes after the word. angle, so 12. And then opposite is 2, adjacent is x. Now this is one where you have to multiply by whatever's on the bottom. So in this case, we'll multiply by x. So you have x tangent 12 equals 2. And then to get x by itself, think, how do you get tangent 12 out of there? Right now it's x times tangent 12. So to undo, you have to divide by tangent 12. These cancel out. X equals 2 divided by tangent 12. Okay, so then I'm going to have to grab my calculator and type in 2 divided by tangent 12. And I get 9.41. It's 9.409, but I just rounded that to 2 decimal places. And I think this would be miles, because this height was in miles, and so then this distance would also be in miles. Awesome. So we have finished up our review video. Now I want you guys to try the review worksheet. So go ahead and find worksheet Unit 6.3 to 6.6 review. Hopefully this will help you get ready for the quiz. Have a great day.